Hi, welcome to my room of requirement. This is the creative thing that I'm doing this week. I am rearranging my front room. A friend called it the room of requirement because it has quite a few functions. It is my least favourite room in the house, but it does the most things. And I think I have sent you a postcard or podcast from here before. It's been through several iterations and it's about to, I'm part way through another iteration. I'm Lee and this is my little postcard to you this week about the creative things I'm doing, and the creative thing that I'm doing this week is to move my room around. So I'll just let you have a little bit look at a little bit of how it was before when I started an hour ago. So when I moved in here, I had planned that this room would be my sewing room and studio, and it was going to be lovely because it's one of the biggest rooms in my house. And of course that was I bought the house following the first lockdown and didn't realise that I was going to be working from home pretty permanently. But that's not a bad thing. I don't like that. I don't mind that. I spend 3 days a week working here and the other 2 days in the office, and so this room does quite a few things now. It's a storage room. I don't spend a lot of time in here doing creative things. I spend most of my day in here working, and then I like to close the door and run away. This is also the laundry room where I dry my laundry. So there's just a lot going on here, and I'm going to turn you around. When you move things around in a small space, it's a little like doing Tetris, and I am partway through, and it probably looks much like it did when you saw it just a minute ago. So, a couple of hours work, and this is how things stand, and I think I have a lot to sort out, so this is how it's going to be left for now. I have basically put both of my tables in the middle of the room there, so my workstation, which is here now, was back there where the bookcase is, and I can now access, if it didn't have that heap of stuff, I could access my sewing table a lot more easily. I'll turn you around so you can have a proper look. This is a lot of stuff that I'm planning to de-stash. And I haven't shifted these storage cupboards. I've moved the bookcase. This was where my workstation was before, in that corner. And that heap of stuff there is under there is my sewing table, so that needs sorting out. But I do quite like having my workstation there with a nice solid wall behind me, and I've got my lamps set up, so that's all plugged in and ready to go for the week. And this heap just needs some attention, really. So as I say, I've de-stashed a load of stuff. That's my chest of drawers that has my stash in it. That's actually on wheels, so it moves around. That's quite handy. And this is my next quilt in the planning. I'm just milling on that and pondering it every now and again and putting fabrics in, and yeah, that could be quite some ways off because you'll see that bits of my current quilt are just all over the place, And believe it or not, this is my next sewing project. So clearly there's a little bit of work to do in here still, and there's still some things that I want to get rid of and move on. So obviously that's not done. It's definitely not what you'd normally see in a nice little box on Instagram, but I think it's an improvement. It might not look like an improvement. I think the layout is an improvement. It gives me better access to all of my work surfaces, and now I just need to clear my work surfaces so I can work on them. Anyway, if you thought that was interesting, then please let me know, and I shall see you next time. Cheerio.